Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to output your scan results with Nmap. Now, of course, with Nmap, it does give you the flexibility of outputting your data or your scan results in multiple formats. And you might be asking yourself, well, why is this important? Why is outputting your data or saving your data important? And that really is self-explanatory. Documentation is extremely important for penetration testers, as you need to be going back and forth, checking with your notes and understanding what results you got. And also saving them gives you an advantage because you can always go back and check the scan results to see what you got during that scan, and again make comparisons. So again, an extremely important bit of penetration testing is documentation, and understanding how to perform documentation with Nmap is also extremely important. Alright, so let's get started. Now I'm on my desktop, and the reason I am on my desktop is because I want to show you the different formats you can output your results with. So I'm just going to open up the Nmap help menu. So I'm just going to type in Nmap help. And if we look at output, you can see that it gives you a few options here. All right, so you have your ON, your OX, OS, and OG, and it gives you a bit of information. So you can output the scan in normal, XML, script kiddie, and greppable format. All right, so respectively to the given file name, and I'll show you what that means in a second. So with the ON, this will essentially output the data normally. With the OX, it will output it in XML, which means you can open it up in programs or scripts like ZenMap. You can open it up in ZenMap, which is awesome, as that gives you a graphical user, a GUI representation or a graphical representation of your results. And you then have your script kiddie, which is not really important. The output is essentially displayed as the example right over here. And finally, you have your greppable format, which allows you to output data in, again, self-explanatory, in a greppable format, as it says right over here. All right, so I'll be making distinctions between the normal and the output and the XML results, and I'll show you why and how they're important and why they're the most popular. All right, so let me just clear this out. And again, when we talk about file directories, the reason I'm on my desktop is because this is where I'm going to store my results. And of course, you can also specify where you want to store the results. So I'm going to perform a simple Nmap scan on one of my targets here on my router. And this is the purpose of this is simply to show you how the data looks when it's output. All right, so let's say I wanted to output it in a normal format. So type in ON, and then after this I specify the file name and the extension of the file. Now I would recommend sticking to TXT files when it comes down to outputting in the normal. When you're talking about XML, it's advisable to save the file as an XML file. In this case, I'm just going to call this file results.txt, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to start the scan, and it's going to save all this data into the file. So if I list the files on my desktop, you can see I have the results.txt file created for us, and I can cat that, and let's see what results it displays for us. And again, it displays it normally as it would on the terminal. Now, if we check it using the graphical user interface, you can see that if I open it up within a text editor, it displays the information as similar to what you would have on the terminal. So a normal output. Now, when we talk about XML outputs, again, the same follows. All we need to do is we simply need to change the output parameter or the output argument, which is in this case going to be OX. All right. And we specify the extension to be an XML file. All right. So XML, and we hit enter. And again, it's going to run the scan, and it's going to output the file into a results.xml file right over here. Now, an XML file is not really useful when you talk about editing it or opening it up with a normal editor, a text editor. As you can see, the data being displayed is in XML format. This comes in handy when you're opening it up in a web browser, or my personal favorite, using ZenMap. As I mentioned, ZenMap is provides a graphical interface for a user to essentially analyze their results. So if I'm going to go to my desktop, and you can see I have the results.xml file on my desktop, and it does prompt me to open it. So I'm just going to hit open, and there we are. We can see that all the data that we were able to enumerate through the specific scan, and it will also display the scan type that you ran right over there. So even if you specified different arguments, it is going to show up right over there. And as for the output, nothing really was output because all we did was simply perform a SYN scan and we got the ports that are open. All right. So these are the most popular formats that you can output your data in, and the formats that are the most usable. When you talk about greppable, outputting your data in a greppable format, this essentially means that the data can be indexed and or can be accessed through the terminal really easily as a greppable format file would be. All right, so that is going to be it for this video, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.